And Mr. Bowman, say hello to everybody.
Ah, hear ye, hear ye. Welcome, loyal subjects, to thy APA Studio Kingdom. I'm your royal host, Jason Bowman. You know, it's been 7 months since the pandemic began, and most of the live streaming that we've done over the last 7 months has been related to event changes. Of course, we had our Tuesday with teammates, which is a way that we could all still interact. And, but everything was done online. Of course, I'm joined by Steve Alejandro, what's your character again?
This is a certain somebody, which we have to be careful what we say because of copyright law.
Right.
So if you know who this is, you know who this is, but we're not going to mention him by name. But let's just say it's a very popular cartoon that I'm slightly obsessed with. If you've seen Tuesday with Teammates, you've seen my basement. So this should not come as a giant shock to anybody.
And we said your name is what? Mick Ranchez?
Nick Ranchez.
Okay, Nick Ranchez. There's your clue for the studio audience. So, as I was saying, Steve, it's been 7 months.
It has.
You know, we did Tuesday with Teammates. We had the billiard spotlight.
Yep.
But all that time, we've also been working here on our warehouse. We got a warehouse
Correct.
here in town, and we've been transforming it into basically a small studio that we're happy to finally be able to kind of utilize for the first time. It allows us to social distance. You'll notice everybody in the studio today wearing masks and doing all the things. I've got my hand sanitizer.
Doing good.
And all the play safe campaign things that we've been pushing. We certainly want to continue to follow, but we thought it's been so long since we had an actual match. It's if you go back, it's really been since the U.S. Amateur Championship last year, almost a year. Once you get to November, so we got the table, we got the studio. We thought, you know what? Let's combine a little Tuesday with Teammates with some Halloween flair, and we came up with this spooktacular 9-ball shootout that's going to feature a number of our staff. And today we've got two ladies.
Let's show
grabbing
them
their cue sticks. We've got let's take a look. Who do we got?
We have Supermom versus the Outlaw.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. Supermom, of course, is our very own Becky Johnston. You guys have met Becky over the years on a number of our live streams and things like that. Big part of our marketing team. And then we've got our newcomer, Steve.
Brand new to the team.
The Outlaw, Casey Jones, folks, making her first ever APA appearance. And we're going to tell you, she's a little bit newer to the game.
She's a little nervous.
You better be kind out there, people, because she's one of our newer players. She is a skill level 1. We're playing 9-ball today. She's going to be racing to 14 points. Becky Supermom's got to get to 19 points as a skill level 2. And so we're just going to play. We're going to get to know the ladies. And here's the thing, Steve. Both these ladies work in the marketing department.
They do.
You know how ladies can be, right? You've got, the ladies that have been there a while, and then you get the new ladies, and sometimes the ladies don't get along. So I don't know if they get along. We'll find out.
I got to be real honest.
But we got the Outlaw and the Supermom. It's going to be interesting.
I did not think about how this might change our work dynamic. So are we ready to get going?
It's going to be real interesting here, folks. So buckle up. Again, first time we've got pool playing going on, and we're here at the APA Studio Spooktacular 9-ball shootout where Halloween meets the handicaps.
I love it.
I've been working on that one for a while. I've had 7 months to prepare that. So
Becky, go ahead and break whenever you'd like, or should we refer to them as their character names or their actual
I figure we'll kind of go back and forth.
Because I'm going to get confused.
Because sometimes I want to ask Becky about I want to talk to these ladies about what the last 7 months have been like for them. So we'll let Becky break first. See how Supermom's how she's managed to keep her skill level in the pandemic.
That's a good point. I mean, a lot of us haven't played pool hardly at all during this whole time.
No, we have not played pool in months and months.
Months and months.
We'll be kind. So we got an open
Casey,
table. That means we're going to see the Outlaw Casey Jones right away. First time, and again, she's very new to the game. She's just learning how to navigate the cue stick and.
So, and having said that, I would like to point out, so we might be giving Casey maybe a little bit more help here because remember, this is a casual, relaxed Tuesday with Teammates, just a bunch of friends hanging out in a cool space, playing pool, and loving life.
So as we said, Supermom here, Becky, actually recently had a baby in the midst of the pandemic back in June.
Come on.
Supermom fails to make contact with the 1 ball.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Casey's into that.
Casey's going to have a chance to pick up a big point here. Again, she's only got to get 14 here. So, Supermom, tell us what it was like, in the pandemic to bring a new baby into this world. That's got to be a little crazier than normal.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I was like, I want to say 7 months pregnant when it all started, back in March. My baby was born in June 5th. So it was much different. You know, you go to the hospital and nobody else is allowed there but my husband and I. That was, it was all right. And since then, it's been good. I'll say, you're just a little more careful about the places that you take her and the people that you have around her and things like that.
I bet.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I know as a parent myself, Steve, you're a parent. It's been, just like all the parents that are tuning in out there, man, the last 7 months have just been crazy. We're fortunate here in St. Louis. Schools are starting to kind of open back up for in-person, which kind of relieves mom and dad a little bit of being able to focus on the things that moms and dads have to do. But it's been a struggle, and our staff is no different than the folks tuning in with those struggles. So
absolutely, and it's been tough to navigate too, because as a parent, you try to always make the best decisions for your kids. And
is it didn't hit the 2 ball?
Okay, gotcha.
Did you see what happened there? I missed it.
Yeah. So Casey failed to contact the object ball, the 2 ball in this case, and so Supermom's going to have a chance to pick up another point here. She now leads 1-0.
Man, I can't get over how nice this set looks.
It is pretty sweet.
Gosh.
Again, this is a portion of our warehouse that when the pandemic began, the nice thing is we got a couple of guys at the office, Bill Tufts and Tim Dyer and Zach and some of the others. They came over here, without the tournaments going, they were able to kind of start doing some of the construction on the warehouse itself and helping build this. So this is their hard work.
Big time.
Yeah,
it just looks outstanding.
Supermom looks in stroke for having not played and given birth and all the things that have happened in the last 7 months. She's picking up right where she left off. I believe Becky is a former. Oh, looky there! Look at Becky running. Now Becky, I think she was an MVP a couple sessions back too, Steve. So
I'm not gonna lie.
Keep an eye on Supermom. She's
Becky. I don't know if you remember this, Jay. Becky actually beat me
Look
for
at
that
this.
MVP slot.
Look at this. People around the world are probably calling Becky a sandbagger right now. It's a good thing you're not playing for like 25 grand. We would be getting lit up on the billboard.
I promise I have not played in a long time.
Okay.
Sure, Supermom. Now is she channeling like superhero abilities?
Yeah, maybe that's it. It's the
Oh, if she made that, we might have to bring Bill in to review her numbers. I mean, come on. All right, Casey. Come on, Outlaw. Casey Jones.
We do have one comment from Larry. He says, she's no too, but he did put a smiley face on there. There was a smiley face.
We know, Larry. We know.
I'm still salty about her beating me for MVP 2 years ago or however long it was.
And if you guys got questions you want to ask of us or the ladies, we're happy to talk today. This was more about fun than with a twist of competition to it. So don't be afraid to out there in internet land if you got something you want to ask about or hang out with us. That's what we're here for.
Also, and like you mentioned earlier, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to kind of get to know the staff. So, what do these two ladies do?
Ball in hand for Casey.
We all know you're the director of marketing, but what do these two wonderful people?
King of
marketing.
Yeah, king of marketing today, Steve. Come on.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, so Becky, she does a little bit of everything, really. I mean, manages the social media. You'll see her on camera quite a bit, writes a lot of the articles, handles all of our email marketing. She's kind of got her hands in pretty much everything that we do.
Yep.
And then Casey, again, one of the newer members to our team, she actually started. Casey, was it like 2 days, right?
Yeah,
right.
I was in the office for like a day and a half.
Crazy. So she comes into this world where it's like, I remember her first day because I knew she was coming in, and I had to sit the marketing team down and say, hey, look, we need to kind of replan some things and look at some things, and it just got real crazy from there. And 2 days later, we were all out of the office, and so she's gotten to know APA all through this kind of remote world that we live in. But she's one of our graphic designers, so when you see a lot of the cool stuff we put out on social media, that's a
All
lot
the
of times
stuff
that's
for
Casey's.
today?
Yeah, she made all the stuff
Yeah,
for today.
everything you've
It
seen.
was a fun project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing I think is wild is like we have all these years together, right? Going traveling trips, bringing pool tournaments, and as a team. And then Casey, like I have to remember, like she only knows us through the the streaming,
The
and
whereby calls.
Like, you know what I mean?
It
It's
was
like,
funny when I walked in the studio the other day. Steve goes, "I don't
look
remember you being that tall."
I didn't. She walked in,
Tall.
and I was like, oh, I remember now.
This
We
is this
literally met
matchup
her
is
for
quite the
2
contrast
days.
in height as well. I should point out.
Yeah,
I'm
seriously.
noticing.
Yeah. I'm 5'1" on a good day.
On a good day. Well, 4'11" on a bad day? Like,
Yeah.
what constitutes a bad day there?
So Casey, how much have you played pool? I mean, here and there, you've picked up a cue stick at some point in life.
Yeah, at some point we used to have a pool table in my old house, but can't say it got used very much. I had to ask Steve what chalk did, so that kind of just explains what I knew about pool. But, you know, I've played socially, but I don't think I've ever played 9-ball, so this is my first time playing 9-ball. But
Nice.
yeah.
And that's what makes APA super cool is that, like, she was so
That's all
nervous.
right. We're gonna give it to you,
It's
Casey.
all right.
Okay, sorry.
Normally that would be ball in hand, and we know, folks. You don't have to.
They'll pull it out.
Oh, there we go.
Yay!
Nice
Was that her
job.
first? Oh, that's her second point. I missed the first
unless,
point.
Unless I did something silly.
I missed the first point. So that she's already on the board.
But I was telling her, I was kind of talking her down before the match. She was getting really nervous, and I was like, don't we have nothing to worry about? We have new players every single day. We
Yeah.
all love new players. Everybody loves their 2s and 3s. Everyone's going to give you grace. Everyone wants you to play pool and get into it. And so don't make me a liar, chat, please.
I tell you what, man. In thinking about how much has changed over the last 7 months, one of the things I really missed was our April event, the Pool Player
Oh,
Championships,
yeah.
where you get to see, a pair of 3s go at it for 15,000.
Oh, yeah.
At the in the 8-ball classic or something like that, because they're not that much different than these ladies, right? They're
Right.
usually newer to the game and have just started playing, and suddenly they're in that room with a couple thousand people and the
With lights,
the
famous
streaming
people.
and so it's and with so much on the line. So I've missed that. Look at whoa! So, blew my eardrum.
That's going to
Awesome
happen.
job.
That's going to happen.
Casey
Sorry.
pockets that 9-ball, picks up 2 big points there.
Dang.
She's off and moving.
Good stuff.
That was pretty rad. Casey,
think-
how do you feel about just blasting that 9-ball in there?
It's liberating. I see why people like pool. You
There
really
we
feel
go.
really
See,
cool when
she's
you do
hooked.
that.
She's hooked.
She's hooked. Now she's going to be on 4 teams in the future captain.
Yeah, no kidding. There's probably like 12 teams trying to call right now.
Give me the 2. Give me the 1. That's great.
That's the cool thing about APA is those
So remind
1s
me
and
to
2s are
break.
coveted, are they not?
Oh, yeah.
Coveted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As teams grow and change and get better, the math's still got to add up.
Casey, have you ever been to Vegas? Did you tell me if you've ever gone to
I've
Vegas?
never been.
So so here we are. She starts in March. She was supposed to go to first trip in April there to the Pool Player Championship. So she's not even attended one of our tournaments yet or that kind of thing. Yeah, it's
I'm excited though.
'Cause that's really
So
how you
much.
learn. Like sitting in a room and
It
watching
is.
pool for 4 to 8 hours a
Ugh.
day, whatever we end up doing is, you learn everything real quick. It's hard to not walk away like at least in your knowledge, a pro
yeah.
about all the tournament. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of terms, there's a lot of little rules, and
Wow.
all this
Yeah.
stuff is second nature to us. But
Once you
man.
survive that first Vegas event, though, that's
That's
when you're
all
kind
in
of
hand.
Yeah.
that's when you've fallen into your comfort zone.
Oh, yeah.
You got to survive that first.
You
Everybody
guys
thinks,
always
oh,
tell me
Vegas, it's
a
got to be so great, but I'm like, it's a marathon. Believe
yeah.
me.
Oh, yeah.
There, look at this.
Nice.
Blasted
Pockets
away.
the 1 with authority in the corner. I feel like we're seeing something special happen right
I don't know
here.
about that.
The next great
Prodigy.
Too soon.
get Matchroom on the phone. This might be the next big thing.
Oh, that could happen.
Oh, okay.
Becky, you starting to sweat a little bit? Or?
I think she's probably getting a little
Yeah.
nervous because
Yeah, she's leaving me with some bad shots here.
a lot of folks wondering how leagues are doing. I think we're at last report we were almost at about 70% of our leagues
I don't even-
across North
Yeah.
America are
I
back,
don't even know what to do with
which
it.
is great news. The downside of that, 30% of our leagues Still not quite
Yeah.
yet back. States like New York and California. But, you know, the silver lining there is that we're doing everything we can. I know Paul Woody, our general counsel, and
lot
Greg
of
Fletcher, our
advocacy.
president, have been really involved in some states where they just have not reopened yet. So keep the faith, those of you that are up there. I know it's hard sometimes, but hang in there. Hang in there.
And I will be so bold as to say, if you guys in the audience could really help us out by really, really, really playing safe in all of the rules that go along in that campaign, because it really, really helps us out when we go to the government and we advocate and say, look at our pool players doing the right thing, acting in good faith, and it'll help us get pool back, and that's the goal.
Right.
We all want the same thing. I just want to go back to normal, but it's the stuff we got to do to make that happen.
Yeah. All right, Supermom. Oh.
I'm real good at getting it in there.
Is that your superpower?
Ooh. I don't know. The Outlaw here has got the kryptonite, apparently. She brought the kryptonite.
You can see the body. Let's talk about the body. That's always what we talk about in Vegas. Look at the confidence that Casey has. She struts around the table.
Oh my gosh.
She's
I don't know about that one.
So there's a question for the chat. So, it's Casey's first real 9-ball game ever. What advice do you give these brand new 9-ball players that are just, you found someone who's willing to play in league night?
they're nervous as hell the first time.
What's the advice?
What's the advice you give to that person?
We will share
just
that
say,
advice with her.
Have a couple beers and
Exactly.
and have fun. I mean, that's kind of what it's all about.
It looks like they're having fun. I missed this. I didn't realize how much I missed this.
Never underestimate the easy shots.
Right. Just
You guys really like those
Get it
balls
out
on
there.
that rail there. I like
do.
I see what's
Apparently
happening
so.
there. They're really lining them up. They're really lining them up.
They're setting up for a trick shot, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Q will be here in a minute. Wonder how Tom's doing, Dr. Q. Man, that's the other thing about this long period of time is you just haven't seen a lot of people that you normally see
All the time.
every few months. Dr. Q, a good example. Last day he's just kind of waiting it out in Indiana with his wife Marty. And
I think this is the first time I've seen Jason in person since March.
Oh, yeah.
is it? There you go. Yeah.
Like in person, not on a call.
Yeah.
And I guess
Crazy.
even with the Vegas events, I mean, there's a lot of people that you kind of don't think about contacting because you're going to see them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's interesting.
I did see. I think I
shot.
read the other day something about
got that
Vegas
shot.
where
Yeah, finally. Didn't want to go in.
where they were talking about starting to open things back up to a little bit larger groups. I don't know that
Out
they'd
in
be
Vegas?
large enough for our group, but maybe was it 1,000 people or something they were talking about. So I don't know if that is official, has happened yet, but they were moving towards that. So we're keeping our fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We're keeping our fingers crossed.
And we're doing what we can where we can. That is for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you made a good point about kind of the play safe stuff that we've done, and I know people have different opinions about different things, but at the end of the day, what I tell people is, look, it's about trying to follow the rules we have to follow.
Right,
You just don't have a
absolutely.
choice. Like, regardless of how you feel, if the rule is the rule, and we want to keep the location, the poor locations. Good grief. I mean, not just the league operators have been so hurt by this, but the pool
Oh, yeah.
rooms, the bars. Oh, good grief. I mean, so whatever we can do to help them keep their doors open, we need to definitely
what
do
we
that.
can. And not put them in a position to where they have to make hard choices.
For sure.
It's actually funny. Before I did this, before I worked at the APA, I was a restaurant manager for many, many years, and so I still have a lot of friends in the industry, and they're struggling, and it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
They're struggling, and so if you do what you can, tip big. If you have the means to tip big, don't give them any grief. Hug them, love them. They're trying to do the best they can.
Right.
And again, like I said, if you have the means, throw a few extra bucks down on that table. They could really use it.
Ooh.
Does it go? Does it go?
No.
We do have the overhead shot.
Nah.
Yeah, let's see the overhead. Look at
that.
this.
We have the
Look at
overhead
this.
in the studio, too.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing a lot of things from the studio. So this month is, we kind of just got things opened up. We're going to do kind of this Halloween themed tournament. But there's probably going to be. Look at that.
Nice shot.
I think there'll be the opportunity there to bring in some APA members that want to play. I know we're getting the wrestling belt made.
Yeah, we're getting the wrestling belt made.
That we may have some people come in from time to time. If you're going to be in town and you want to play in the studio and
set that up,
try to unseat the existing champ, so to speak. We're going to have some fun in here and hang out. There's going to be a lot of hanging out.
And that's what we're about.
I feel like we need a kegerator. Greg Fletcher, if you're tuning in, probably a bad time to ask for that kind of stuff.
Probably, but
look
was
at
that a combo?
I think that was a legal shot. Look at that.
And that
2
was
points.
the 9, right?
2 points, 4 dead balls, Steve.
Wait.
Since I hit the 9 in early,
that
this
ends the
is
rack.
over.
So you won that rack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, she just got the points.
So
but
we've got 4. This is counted as 4 dead balls because the balls that are left on the table.
So my math is
Wait, so
right.
we
9,
keep
7
playing?
plus
Yep.
60.
Oh, okay.
So Casey, and for the folks at home, how it works is, and you guys normally you guys would be keeping score. We're keeping score for you. It's currently Supermom has 9 points and you have 7 points. You're racing to 14. You have to get 14 points before she gets 19 points. And you guys are just going to continue to play racks until that happens.
Gotcha.
So there's a very real possibility that it's just going to end in the middle of a rack.
Yeah. Okay.
Outlaw, you got a fan. Somebody said, way to go, Outlaw. I've yet to see anything, Supermom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm going to be as honest I can be about who these people are rooting for. I can't. Maybe you guys can tell us, Outlaw, Supermom. Maybe you can relate to one or the other. The personality. I don't know.
That's super funny. Man, I'm digging this set. Again, another shout out to Bill Tufts. He was in here with me early in the 9 o'clock this morning, just testing lights and all sorts of fun stuff. We tried probably 18 different setups, and I really like how it landed.
Yeah, it looks great, especially with the Halloween decorations up and everything. And we're going to do a lot of things from here. I know we've talked about of course, the Moscone Cup is coming up, Steve.
Yep.
If they can pull that off, that'll be a huge positive, I think, for everyone. That's scheduled for early December in London this year.
A little bit of awesome normalcy.
I don't think you'll see fans there, which is really going to change that event. But regardless, it'll be something great to watch come December. But the whole point there, Steve, is that we're talking about maybe doing a little hangout over here where we watch it and talk to the fans about it, and kind of like a call-in radio show, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question. Speaking
as
of the
long as
Moscone Cup,
the
and I don't know
way
if
it
we've
works
had
now
this
is, like,
conversation.
your
What do you think about
object ball first,
the
so, like,
no
if
Tyler
you put
Steyer pick?
The 1 and it goes to the
Into
9.
it.
Are we allowed to go there?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean-
sure, we could talk
Oh,
about it. So you're talking about the fifth member of Team USA was Chris Robinson, who is interestingly enough was an APA member.
Mm-hmm.
But that meant Tyler Steyer, who's been on the last 2 teams, didn't make the team. So I got kind of mixed feelings. Tyler, I think, would tell you he didn't have the best Moscone Cup last year.
For sure. The year before was amazing, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, that said, he's
Sorry,
played
I'm
under
right.
that pressure,
You're fine.
and so there is that experience there that's hard to deny, I think.
Sorry.
But one of the other things that we know about Matchroom is they don't typically like to just kind of keep things the same or status quo. They really like to
shake it up.
And so, otherwise you were looking at essentially the exact same team if you brought Tyler back.
That's a
Based
good
on
point.
the build, the way that team was constructed. You had Justin Bergman.
And at the end of the day, it's a show.
It
You know,
is.
it's a TV show.
It's as much entertainment as it's great competition, but it's got to entertain, right? And that's why it's as popular as it is. People that don't even necessarily follow pool watch that event, so it'll be interesting to see. I think Chris has some big shoes to fill, but
It's all right, Kay.
That's
Shake
all
it off.
that's all right.
We
Ball
all
in.
do it.
I've done it quite a few times.
Keep in mind, you only need 6 points to her 10, so technically you're in the lead here. So a lot of good things coming up. But if they could pull the Moscone Cup off, I'll be shocked if they have fans though.
Yeah,
I don't
really
see.
going to change
yeah.
the dynamic, especially in London, because we went in 18 was it?
2 years ago.
And holy smokes, you could barely hear yourself think, it was so loud. And,
Yeah.
And I mean, home field advantage is a thing.
It does kind of beg the question, is it really the Moscone Cup if there's
without
not
that
fans?
audience. That's a good point. We'll have to see.
Now, I would imagine Matchroom, one of the great things about them is they're production savvy really
Look at
well.
this.
So
Was
I'm
that
sure.
the 9 or the Q? I can't tell.
that was the cue ball, so it's a foul.
And hopefully the audience is keeping me honest on these points.
You're trusting the audience?
Yeah, well,
that's
they're
a
usually
great
pretty
idea.
good about
All right.
pointing something out.
Outlaw Casey Jones with another point, Steve.
I know, right?
This
Would this be an
I
upset?
think it would be an upset. I know Becky would be upset.
So it's okay if I hit another ball and hit the 4 ball?
No.
You have to hit the 4
You have to hit
ball
the 4 ball first.
Oh, got it.
That is a fair question.
The Outlaw
That is-
getting a rules clarification. As Supermom looks on. It's hard to tell behind that mask. Oh.
That's good. Good
You
try.
hit it, too.
Okay.
That's a great
That
try.
was
She did hit the
Good
4,
try.
but she obviously scratched. So Supermom will have ball in hand here and a chance to narrow the gap. Supermom, where is Super Baby today?
Super Baby's at daycare.
Super Baby's at daycare.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing too. Like, you know,
It is.
we had to do the same thing with our kids, making a decision about putting your kids somewhere so you can work and
Yep.
oy, the times we live.
I know.
It's been weird, and like my situation's a
Supermom.
little different because I have a high risk wife at
Yeah.
home, so like my risk tolerance is really low comparatively to somebody who's because we're all in the same storm, not necessarily the same boat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
It's a good way to put it.
I just want to encourage everyone out there, just be patient with everybody. Everyone's situation's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And so, like in my situation, I couldn't send my kids back to school because of the risk of my wife. But I certainly don't begrudge people that do make that choice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's just doing the best they can with the situation they're in, and we just need to remember we're all humans and give each other grace and high fives and, of course, sanitize, safe, socially distanced high fives.
Hand sanitized high fives.
But we'll get through this. This too shall pass.
Oh, is that
that a safety?
No,
I
no. I think she was maybe trying to pocket that 5 ball.
Becky goes, oh, yeah, that was a total safety. Yeah, sure, okay. Yeah,
She did win an MVP, Steve.
She
She did
did.
win an MVP.
I'm
At least
still
Steve by
salty.
1 point.
By 1 point, guys. she
Hey, you
beat
know
me.
what? Well, while they navigate the table, I got to make sure
How
that
the
I
heck am
that
I
I
gonna do
plug
this?
our sponsors because
Oh, yeah.
again, you've got all these. Everybody's been so affected by this thing, and businesses in particular. So we want to
Yeah,
make
it's a
sure we
tough
thank
one.
our sponsors, Valley Dynamo. Look at this little acrobatics Casey's employing.
No, we're
Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face. I was trying to thank our sponsors. Jesus. There we go.
That was a good.
It was a
good
good
try.
shot.
You know what?
All right.
Effort.
Casey, you're doing fine,
effort.
dude.
Doing
Look
good.
at that.
You're doing fine.
Coordination required just to hold the stick like that.
A for effort,
Uh,
for sure.
But again, our friends at Valley Dynamo, Aramith, Action Cues, of course, our friends at Pool Dog. I hope they're doing well. But really appreciate all of our sponsors, and it's been a tough year for everybody. Tournaments basically wiped off the map after February.
That's
you know?
crazy.
Yeah.
Like who you've been at APA for what, like 20-something
20 years.
It's just never something that was even on the radar, really. I mean, just
Never
it's
could have
thing-
imagined. It'll be a year in November since I was in Vegas, right? And
And usually
that's a
go 3,
place
4,
I
5 times a
spend
year.
2 months of the, it seems like of the year, or a month of the year.
Oh, wow.
Casey scratches there.
Really, really good at that shot, though.
So
Again, this is window of opportunity for
Becky to get back in this thing.
Supermom. She's still
Supermom.
trailing by, what does she need, 8 points? Casey needs 5.
So it's close.
Pretty excellent match, though,
Yeah, I'm into it. I don't know what. See, we have to be like super. What's it like?
Impartial?
Yeah, impartial.
Sure.
So 'cause we have to go back to work with these guys tomorrow.
And we got another match after this, right?
We do.
Who's coming in later?
I believe. You know what? I have a graphic that will.
We got Quiet Robert and the
Cool.
Lion Lord. That's right. That's right. Now these guys are a little bit higher skilled. I think Lion Lord's 6.
He's a 6 and 9 ball, and Quiet Robert here, which I hope you guys are all getting the jokes.
Yeah, I hear he's a big
a
fan of the movie
3.
Clerks.
Big
Right?
fan of movie Clerks. Yes.
Quiet Robert.
I think.
I get it. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Did
So
we miss a point there for
I
Becky?
did. I got. I just put
Okay.
it on there.
Okay.
That's why I had to switch.
Oh.
So fast.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
And again, chat. Keep me honest.
Yeah, it's always good to have the chat keep you
owe us-
honest.
Richard Call says
They're
you
also
owe
very
Super-
kind generally.
So I see Richard says I owe Supermom a point for the 4. Somebody confirm that because I did just give her a point, but I don't know if that was the 4 or a point she had just got.
Yeah,
Don't
they do.
give me points, Steve.
You want? No, I can't. Well.
Do you know how many points you're supposed to have?
No.
Oh, well, that's on you.
Well, we told him
I
we
know.
score. We're doing a terrible
Yeah, but we're
job.
trying to talk nonstop for
I did not anticipate how difficult it was to carry a conversation. And
Oh,
keep
look at
score.
that shot, but she scratches after
So
she
that's a
pockets
dead
the
ball.
7. That's a dead ball. And more importantly, Steve, the Outlaw Casey Jones,
Back up.
ball in hand,
3 points on the table.
needs only 5 points. Needs only 4
Look at
points. This would be a minor upset. This would be a minor upset.
This would be a minor upset.
Oh,
That-
wait.
That's a lot of green.
No.
That's a lot of green on this side too. So we'll see how this goes.
Big opportunity for Supermom.
Okay, so I do think I owe Supermom a point based
Oh.
on the chat, and we're just gonna trust you, chat. So if I get beat up
Can never
after
go wrong
this,
trusting the chat.
I'm totally gonna pass the blame.
Supermom,
shot,
2 points.
Good shot.
Big 2 points.
That was a big 2 points. So it is now a race to 4. If I'm doing my math right here.
Ooh, I can hardly sit on my throne.
My throne. Listen to this guy. Man, I love Halloween. What a great
Halloween
holiday.
it is, right? So I guess, speaking of Halloween, I guess are your kids going to, like, trick or treat, or what's? I guess probably not.
Mine,
You're not doing it, huh?
Again, it comes down to my specific
trying to- yeah,
risk.
you got
I just can't. My wife has asthma. She's had 8 brain surgeries. I don't want to get too much into it, but we just can't take any risks.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, for that same reason, we won't be handing out candy this year. But we do.
Don't go to Steve's house.
Don't go to Steve's house. I will smile and wave and high five you through the window. I promise you that. But we're gonna do something cool in the house. The kids and I, we're gonna watch movies. We're getting a ton of candy.
Yeah.
They want to build like a little haunted house in each of their rooms. So there's a lot of different ways you can celebrate Halloween.
Maybe you can have a candy scavenger hunt of some kind.
That's actually a really good idea.
There
And
you
then
go.
chat, if you guys want to give me some more ideas too, believe me, this is new for me. I very much love Halloween, and I think this will be the first time in 25, 30 years that I've not gone Halloween.
Dry break
trick-or-treating.
there for Supermom. Supermom Becky Johnston. It's really hard for me to get used to saying your last
know.
name. Becky's been around so long at APA that I've gotten used to her maiden name, and it's a big adjustment.
It is a big adjustment.
Constantly want to call her Rosner.
I'm still getting used to it too.
Hell, I have a hard enough time just remembering the new year. You know what I'm saying?
I can't say I've had that problem. I fully know what year it is, and I was listening to the radio yesterday. They were talking about, everybody's looked forward to 2020 like ending, and then the guy's like, what if it's pretty much the same come January?
Right.
It's
Here.
like, I don't know. I think the world feels a little different than it did, 4, 5, 6 months ago. Kind of
Yeah.
know what we're dealing with now.
And settling in.
Yeah.
New routines.
Kind of had changed some things, but I've also been able to go about my life in some more normal ways. Supermom pockets the 1.
And that's the thing that people need to remember. I mean, like, as long as you're following safety protocols, you could still pretty much do whatever it is that you're needing to do. It's just the large crowds that are an
Yeah.
issue,
For me, it'll be over when we're back in Vegas doing a pool tournament. That'll be. That's when I'll feel normal, when we're back in Vegas.
On the normal routine.
And man, if we can, talk about pool tournaments next August, this idea that we're gonna have like 2020 and 21 all in one pool tournament, is that crazy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, you know how big the tournament is. To make it exponentially bigger is pretty wild. So I'm pretty excited about the potential of being there for that.
I just want to high five.
We gotta call our friends at the Guinness, the world records,
Yep.
and see, because I think it's gonna be very, very
That was ball in
close.
hand.
Are you asking
Did
us?
you see? I know. I think she
Are you
has
asking-
7, but
she's
you
asking the
hit
chat.
7 first.
I have no idea. Just do ball in hand.
There you go.
Probably.
I just want to point out, you guys each need 3 points, so we are very close here.
We can give chat 30 seconds to chime in.
It'll be. I'm pretty sure she hit the 7 first, but I don't want to.
You want to be that guy.
Yeah,
huh?
I don't want to be that person.
Yeah, because now we're late in the match. These
Didn't
last.
she hit the 7 first?
Oh, it's this person said she hit the 7 first.
Yeah.
Yep,
Bill
we have
said
confirmation.
So. Bill over here said so.
Oh,
Sorry.
Bill, we
You're
have
fine,
Bill
you're fine.
Tufts. We're going to allow him to be the official referee then.
Thanks, Bill. And as we all know, Bill is our director of tournaments, so there's probably no one.
Ball in
better than
hand.
him
Yeah,
at
we
all.
got it confirmed. All right, Supermom needs 2 points. 2 points. Dun da da dun. 1 point away from moving on in the
Day
APA
2.
Spooktacular 9-ball shootout.
I should say round.
And she's
2.
going to face the winner of who?
I don't know.
We don't know. We'll have to figure that out.
There's one particular gentleman who hasn't yet picked a costume out, and we won't know until day 2 happens of round 1 because she'll either play the winner of this next match or a winner of one of them.
Darn.
Oh, look at there.
Ball in hand.
Steve
I know. I'm excited.
on the hill. 1 point
Missed it.
needed. She
Gives
gives
that ball in
ball in
hand.
hand to the Outlaw Casey Jones, who needs just 3 points.
Just 3 points.
This
so I'm
could go
going
either
for
way.
the 5 ball, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
5 ball all the way.
I'm really digging the sportsmanship, guys.
It's a
Good
nail
job.
biter here. Nail biter.
Oh, no, slow down.
Wow. All right, so she picks up a point, but she has left herself poorly.
Yeah. Okay.
See how she wants to navigate this. Boy, you guys are getting a lot of views.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
That's all right.
If that
I've
had
done
been
the
in that
same
far
thing
corner,
multiple
you would have
times.
been.
Well, she's on this. That's the 6th there, right? I mean, that's not the easiest shot. Did she go?
No, that was.
All right. So Supermom has ball in hand, game on the line, but look at where the 6 ball is.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
This
It's
is not a give me. She's going to have to play the combo here.
I'm nervous.
I'm a little nervous too. First match ever in the APA studio right here. Making history.
I feel honored.
6-8. She cannot make the combo, folks. And the match goes on.
It's good. 'cause
Casey needs 2 points. Becky needs 1 point.
Oh, no.
Oh, my.
Oh, no.
Casey
Making it
scratches.
interesting, right?
Gives ball in hand to Becky.
Keeping the crowd on their toes.
That's right.
The crowd has surged in the last moments of this
I
match.
know,
I'm
right?
telling you, the crowd has surged. Supermom with ball in hand to advance
to
in
round
the
2.
Spooktacular
Hearing them
9-ball
practice
shootout.
And round 2 is not next week Wednesday. It's the Wednesday after that. So
The
next
Wednesday after
Wednesday is another round
So we won't
1.
see Supermom for a couple weeks.
Oh.
There
Oh,
it
there's
is.
the match.
Supermom is moving on.
So no handshaking or anything like
We'll
that.
just do it,
Yeah.
We're going back
Good
to you,
game.
Jay.
All right, so there you have it, folks. The first match ever here at the APA studio. Supermom takes home the win over the Outlaw, Casey Jones. And ladies, thank you both. It's been fun.
Nice
Hopefully
job,
our
Casey.
viewers enjoyed it. But the good news is, folks, we're coming right back. What time is it, Steve? What time do we got?
It is 1:40 Central
1:40.
Time.
20 minutes.
20
20 minutes. We're going to be right back here with another match. We've got Quiet Robert, big fan of the movie Clerks, and the Lion Lord. And
Let me throw that graphic
if you're
up
if
there.
you were wondering how long ago the pandemic began, just think of when the last time you saw the Tiger King. I mean,
Which,
there
of
you
course,
go.
this is not that character.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't do that.
So we'll frame it that way.
There you go. I like it.
Hi, Paul. All right. We're signing off for now, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back 20 minutes, another match, and
Bye, guys.
you guys have a great day.
Bye-bye.